Hi, and welcome to this video on Fingertec FTDP data processor and how to run it on Microsoft SQL Server. Now they do have this instruction here that you can follow, alright, but it's not, trust me, it's not the best set of instructions to follow to get this thing to work. Alright, I've basically tried this thing several times until recently I actually got it to work. Now, there are a couple of reasons why you'd want to use Fingertec Data Processor. Alright, one, the TCMS software that comes with Fingertec terminals, it's not the best system. It doesn't work well with 64-bit operating systems. Period. Alright? It really doesn't work well. I've tried to link SQL Server to the Foxborough backend that they have, and it just doesn't work on a 64-bit system. Having said that, Foxborough backend, it's not technology for tomorrow. It's not even today's technology. It's really yesterday's technology. Alright? So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend investing too much in Fingertec Data Processor, in TCMS, unless you have no need to upgrade your time and attendance computer over the next 10 years, 5-10 years, maybe even less, maybe 3 years. Alright, I don't see the technology going very far into the future. This is why FTDP is a good option if you could get it to work. Now, when you install FTDP, originally it loads into this system here. It pulls its data from this database, this Microsoft Access FTDP MDB database. Alright, now I've encountered this problem over and over again. Alright, trying to link SQL Server to a Microsoft Access database. It can be done. I did it. The problem is FTDP service that automatically downloads the data from the clock locks the database. Alright? It locks the database. Let me put this back here. I had originally changed this. Alright, so FTDP, let me show you what I'm talking about. See, I'm open the FTDP the database processor, and it's pulling the data from this database here right now. As you can see, it's locked the database. Similarly, when you set this system to automatically download data from the clock, and you close this here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, apply, it's going to install the service, and then even after the system is closed, even after the FTDP data process is closed, you see the database is still locked. Now, how do you get to unlock? You need to take the service off. Alright, here we have it here. We're going to stop the service, and there you see that it is unlocked. Alright, now if you have a third-party application that wants to pull this time and attendance data from the FTDP system into your time and attendance system, you will have a problem. Alright, trust me, you will have a problem. Alright, now in this session I'm going to show you how to fix that problem, how to use this here, the FTDP system.exe file, to link to an SQL Server database. First thing you need to do, you need to open SQL Server. Alright, and you need to have a login that is a Windows Server authentication login, meaning that you need to create, in this case here, I have my name Surendra as a username created with SQL Server authentication. Okay, see here, this username has been created with SQL Server authentication, and it has all the server roles. It's basically like an administrator in the system. So once you have that, okay, why did I click OK? Okay, once you have a login, an SQL Server authentication login created, if you don't have it, Google how to create it. Create one. You need to open the installers database /instant name. Now traditionally it's SQL Express, or in this case I named mine Akipe. My username is Surendra, and this is my password. Should connect. See, it has connected to MS SQL database. Instalize. It created the FTDP database here. If I refresh my databases, you'll see it just created this database. This wasn't here before me actually doing this with this program here. Alright, now here I have ODBC. I'm going to recreate this for you because I already had created that. I'm going to add a data connection, use a DNS. Now how do I get to this? Simple. It's control panel, administrative tools. Okay, ODBC64, SQL Server, FTDP, SQL. Okay, I'm going to create it. Here. Now this is a difference. Okay, I'm going to do what this website says to do. This website here says to do it with SQL Server authentication, right? I'm going to do it with SQL Server authentication. I'll show you that you will hit an error when you try to run the FTDP program. Okay, change the database to FTDP. Next, finished. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to open our program. Open FTDP. Password is 123 if you don't know by now. Right, I'm going to change the database setting, and I'm going to select the user DNS that I just created, right? That's the error I'm talking about. See, it will not log you in using SQL Server authentication. Okay, you'll always get problems. Now I'm going to reconfigure that ODBC connection that I just did. I'm going to just configure this back. using Windows authentication. See here, they said to use SQL Server authentication, but don't worry with that. That's crap. Alright, and I'll show you that the FTDP system should work. Database setting, see here, FTDP, okay, no errors. Alright, and you can go ahead and add your terminals. Now I don't have any terminals here, or I would have shown you how to add the terminals. In fact, you know what, I think, oh, but then I gotta go through TeamViewer and all of that. Alright, so that's basically it, connecting the FTDP system to the SQL Server database. Now in here you can then start creating your queries on your tables, transactions. Now transaction, again, this is a bad name for a table because SQL Server actually has a function or something, a reserved word called transaction. So whenever you're going to query it, here's what you can do. This is a simple tip. You just select from, now if you choose transactions, you see it's blue, it's underlined. Just put it in brackets, in square brackets, and there you go. It doesn't have any transactions because I don't have any Fingertec terminals here. When I have a Fingertec terminal, I'm going to post how to do those things. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. It's quite easy to, it's not complicated, but it's not clear on their website. Have a good evening.